will be discussed there and how they will be discussed. We're getting heaps of reports. You mentioned the Financial Stability Report. The IMF has been increasing its World Economic Outlook yesterday. And also Christine Lagarde, the IMF's president, gave an interview where she criticizes Germany for its large trade surplus. This all indicates that the IMF really wants to set the agenda for this upcoming meeting. Also, of course, because Donald Trump's administration will take part in this meeting for the very first time, where, the world's most influential ministers of finance will gather together with the world's leading central bankers. This will be a very important meeting, and I can assure you, Chibi, we are probably going to talk about this more towards the end of the week. And of course, everyone will be talking about this next week after the meeting is over.
Sure, and of course the briefing on that financial stability report is ongoing right now in Washington, and we will sure get the details much later. Thank you very much, Conrad, for your time. We're moving now to the U.S. Stock index futures pointed to a higher open today, a day after Goldman Sachs shocked Wall Street by missing earnings estimates. The Dow Jones Industrial Average closed about 110 points lower, with Goldman shaving off 73 points. On the data front, Wednesday will see the Federal Reserve issue the Beige Book of Economic Conditions at around 2 p.m. Eastern Time. On the earnings front, Abbott Laboratories, BlackRock, Morgan Stanley and U.S. Bancorp are among the major companies scheduled to report before the bell. And in Asia, most markets declined on Wednesday, tracking Wall Street's negative close overnight, with resources and financial shares under pressure. Investors also remained vigilant amid U.S.-North Korea tensions and the nearing of the French presidential election. Stocks in Japan erased early losses to end nearly flat, with the Nikkei edging up 13.61 points. Australia's shares were lower, with the ASX 200 ending down 0.26%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index lost 0.41%. On the mainland, the Shanghai Composite ended down 0.79% and the Shenzhen Composite lost 0.72%. And Pan-African lender EcoBank has reported a loss before tax of $131.3 million for 2016, compared with a loss of $205.2 million a year earlier, blaming a recession in Nigeria, its main market, and a strong U.S. currency. The bank, which operates in nearly 40 African nations, also proposed raising $400 million via convertible bond issue from shareholders at 6.46% above LIBOR. It said it had received subscriptions from existing shareholders for around $300 million. And Vodacom Group Limited's Tanzania unit has received regulatory approval to extend the deadline of its share sale for 3 weeks, allowing investors more time to take part in the country's biggest initial public offering to date. The offer will now expire on May 11. Vodacom Tanzania PLC expects a continued influx of applications for shares during the course of this week. Vodacom, the Johannesburg-based operation at the UK's Vodafone Group PLC, is offering 476 billion shillings of shares in the mobile operator after the government ordered all telecommunication companies in the country to sell at least a 25% stake on the Dar es Salaam exchange to boost domestic ownership. And Tunisia's central bank will reduce its interventions so the value of the dinar steadily declines, but it will prevent a dramatic slide in the currency, and that's according to the finance minister. The strategy is part of Tunisia's talks on reforms with the International Monetary Fund. The IMF is pushing Tunisia to overhaul its finances and reduce public spending, especially public sector wages, where spending is among the highest in the world compared with gross domestic products. And Morocco plans to start the first stage of liberalizing its dirham currency in the second quarter of this year, though the process to full flexibility may take 15 years. However, the central bank governor says he can't tell how long the duration of each phase will take. It depends on the market. And back here, women in the northeastern Nigeria city of Yola are making a living from recycling plastic bags and using them to make accessories and usable household products like baskets for sale. The project aims at empowering members while at the same time reducing the number of plastic bags dumped indiscriminately.
What many see as garbage has potential to earn a decent income for Aishatu Muhammad, so she's out today collecting plastic bags for recycling. Aishatu is part of a women's group that recycles plastic waste in Yola, northeast Nigeria, to make various products and accessories for sale. Aishatu says she often doesn't have to go far to pick the bags. Twice every week, Aishatu and other members of the Waste to Wealth recycling program gather to clean collected bags and prepare them for reuse. After washing and drying, the bags are cut in strips and rolled into balls of plastic. The recycling program was started in 2012 by the American University of Nigeria to create environmental awareness as well as help people there learn new skills.
This job has really helped me. Now I can pay my children's school fees, I can buy food for my family, and also help my relatives through this job.
Recycling provides work for the women who use various crochet patterns to make mats, bags and other colorful accessories. Residents in the country's northeast are rebuilding after a 7-year bid by Boko Haram militants to create an Islamic state which uprooted 1.8 million people.
Just before we take a quick break, the President Muhammadu Buhari has suspended the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. David Babashe Lawal. President Buhari has also ordered an investigation into the allegations of violations of law and due process made against the SGF in the award of contracts under the Presidential Initiative on the Northeast. The President has also suspended the Director General of the NIA, Ayo Oke, pending the outcome of the investigation into the discovery of large amounts of foreign and local currencies by EFCC in a residential apartment at Osborne Towers, Ikoyi, Lagos. We'll take a quick break now, and when we return, more feeds from Washington. Just stay with us.